Hey guys, it's Kelli Slimp, licensed and certified speech-language pathologist, and thanks for joining me today. So based on the poll that I put up on my channel, I had about 47 to 50% of y'all say that you want an adult R video. Most of you already know that I already made an R video, which I'll put right here. It was more aimed towards children or early childhood development. And so I had a lot of teens and adults commenting saying that those strategies and techniques were working for them in order to work on producing the correct R sound. And so today I'm just gonna, by request, do this video for adults. I'm not really used to working with adults, so I apologize if I kind of maybe speak like I'm speaking to kids. It's just, I usually do speak with kids, so these are just how I would want, this is just how I would want something explained to me as far as the R development sound goes. So the first thing that I'm going to talk to you about today is your oral motor skills, your coordination, your strength, and your range of motion. So that's basically all of your articulators like your tongue, your lips, your jaw. And so all of those are muscles, just like your bicep, and they really need to be worked out. And that is a lot of times the problem and the difficulty if it's not dialectical, which there are a lot of dialectical differences, which is totally okay. But if it's not dialectical, a lot of times I see adults with low tongue strength or low lip strength or difficulty with range of motion. So you really just want to make sure that you have full range of motion with your tongue. I will put my oral motor exercise video up here, but I will also go over some for adults with you right now. Okay, so a couple of different ones. This is gonna look crazy, but really we need to work on our lip coordination. And so in order to say the R sound or a lot of the R sounds, we're gonna go over that there's lots of different R sounds and the order in which you should be working on these. And the first thing is we want to make sure that our lips can not only purse out like this, but also almost roll up. And so a lot of times what I'll do, and I'll try to do the best I can, is raise one side of my lip at a time. So like this, that's going that way. And then I'll try to get it to go the other way. And you can see, obviously, one side of my lips is actually stronger than the other side. And so go ahead and try that at home if you get a chance. Also, another great one that I like to do is put a pen. This pen is really slippery, so it doesn't have to be this slippery, but you want to hold it on your top lip like such. And so I let it go. We want to be able to hold that for about 30 seconds. Another one, so those are the first two lip ones that you can do to strengthen your lips. Also, you can practice giving kisses, so like, and then also your lip purses out like that. And you can do those in coordination with big smiles, and I'm flexing my neck here and making sure that my lips are nice and tight. You can also hold your pen or a popsicle stick just like that. Again, you want to hold it as tight as possible and maybe even have somebody try to pull it out of your mouth. All right, so then the next one we can do for your tongue is hold a piece of popcorn or whatever you like, you know, if you like gummies or something or goldfish. You're gonna hold it right behind your teeth at the roof of your mouth. And you wanna be able to hold that one for at least 45 seconds, okay? And so your tongue might get tired. I would like for you to do these things 10 times, 3 times a day, which sounds a lot, or if you wanna do them 15 times twice a day, maybe each time you brush your teeth. You could leave all this stuff. Also, you could do, I call it like a taco roll or a rollback with your tongue using some peanut butter. So I would just take the peanut butter. I won't do it or else we'll be here all day watching me eat peanut butter. And you're gonna put it again at the very tip, the roof of your mouth, and you're just gonna lick it off, rolling your tongue back against the rest of your soft and hard palates, the roof of your mouth here. So like this. All right, guys, so those are a couple of exercises. I also have a chart from Super Duper that I will put down in the comments below that will give you a couple more ideas as far as the jaw goes. And then really quickly, I just want to talk to you about R development. So there's tons of R sounds. I also have a video, other than my initial R, is my final R in vocalic R video. And so really quickly, I'm going to go to the development because that's a later developing sound after you've already accomplished this first one. So again, not trying to like kid you, but here is a rabbit. So again, the R is in the initial position of words there. So that one's going to be a little bit easier to produce, even more so than this, because this is row. And so for row, your tongue is pulling back for the R sound, and then it's coming forward for the O sound like this. Okay, then we have wheelbarrow, so that's the medial position of words. And then we have digger, and that's the final position of words. And then again, I just wanted to show you that it doesn't really matter what the spelling is. So turkey, digger, those are both the same R sound. So you're saying, okay, that's great. How do we do that sound? So really quick, I'm gonna walk you through how I like to do that. So first I'm gonna do a big smile like this, E. And the reason why I'm saying E is because it's flattening my tongue, giving me a nice lateral tight position. And then all I'm going to do is, while my mouth is wide open, pull up the tip of the tongue right here, okay? So sometimes if your mouth is falling forward, I'll say ah to open it up really, really far. So ah, E, and then we want ah, E. You see my neck flex, see my lips nice and tight, E. You can see my tongue is nice and lateral here, E. And then all I do is pick it up, E, and you can see how my lips are kind of starting to purse out as well, which is why we did those weird lip exercises trying to move your lips back and forth. So after you practice your sound, again, like this, E, E, do you see how my mouth just slightly opened as well? A lot of times people are closing their jaw or keeping their mouth closed in a closed position. So just make sure that you're really opening up your mouth whenever you're working on your R sound. And then you could work on using that. So if I was working on the word rabbit, I would just elongate that sound and run it into this word. So I would say rabbit, like that, rabbit, just dragging it out. Then you'll want to work on the final position of words, like in the word digger. And then you'll work on the medial position of words like wheelbarrow. And then again, that row sound is really difficult because your tongue is coming up and back and it's really being lifted up a lot. And then your tongue has to come forward and your lips have to come back out for the O sound, okay? All right, then you'll have an R blend, and that is where you have a consonant attached to your R. So it's in the word terrain. That's gonna be a little bit more difficult. That's actually, if you're going to work on R blends, try to do one like grain, where it's a G or K sound attached to it, okay? And that is because your tongue has to lift and go up and back also for the G and the K sound. And so it's already closer and in position than if we were gonna do a T sound attached to it, like terrain, because your tongue has to come up to the roof of your mouth where we were with the popcorn, and then again, go all the way up and back for the R sound. So try to search for R blends, GR or KR words if you're ready to move on to your R blends. All right, moving on. Guess what? There's even more R sounds. You're like, this is getting out of control. I know. Okay, so we have a word like barn. It's just slightly different from our It's R, so like R. So again, your mouth is just opening even further, R. And then I do my smile and pull my tongue up. Then we have the air sound. Scarecrow. So what I like to do is just try to say scare and then pull it into your R sound. Scarecrow, scarecrow, like that. And I sound real southern there for a second, but that's how we elongate the sound because the AR sound is really difficult, just like in the word airplane. Another difficult R sound, ire. So it's a little bit, it's even more, so your tongue has to come up again, I, and then it goes So you're just adding on that I on there. So it's like fire. And then we have the hardest one of all, the horse. And that's because your lips and all of your other articulators are coming forward, but your tongue needs to stay up and back. And a lot of times words like this, like world That is so difficult to produce because, again, everything's at the front. So the W sound is on your lips, the L sound, your tongue is up in the front, and the D sound is in the same position as T, which is up right on the roof of your mouth where that popcorn was. All three of those are in the front of your mouth. And so it's really difficult for you to get your tongue all the way up, tight, back into that position, and then back to the front. So if you're only working or working with words that are really difficult, like world, treasure, things like that have a J attached to it, a J sound, or a Y sound, that's okay. Just target those words and don't give up. So work on that oral motor articulator strength and coordination with that video, and then also work in the progression of the R sound, and you can do it. All right, guys, see you next time. Thanks for voting on this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, share this video. That's how I know that you guys like this content. And let me know if you have any comments or questions in the bottom. See you next time.